lazy brat sits in a room all day, sewing dolls. Children misbehaving in the basement, and one in the wall, doing his business God knows where. You kids will be the death of me.
You kids will be the death of me. That was a clip from The People Under the Stairs. And that was the lady from Twin Peaks. Was it Big Ed? Big Ed and I forget her name. The curtain rod lady, who's really strong. Yeah, I watched that movie a long time ago when I was like a little kid when it first came out, and it scared the pants off me. Darlene, it was Darlene. Damn, Servo's good. Servo's just like, why have a brain? Why have Diane? Diane, get out of here. We're gonna Servo in here. That works. Then I watched Twin Peaks, and then I watched the movie again. And I totally didn't know as Big Ed and Darlene were the main villains of that movie, and it made it so much more funny. Wasn't scared of it anymore. I would say it was still a fun movie. It's a good rewatch. It's a horror flick. It's not fucking Godfather or anything. I've actually never seen The Godfather. But listen to that clip that I just played at the beginning. She's like, there's kids, we got, because there's like the Big Ed and Darlene, they're like sadomasochist. They're like wearing S&M stuff. He's wearing all leather and shit. They put people under there. I don't know how they got the people under there. But yeah, they're all mutant looking people and shit. And she said, and one's in the wall. That was there was like a kid with big teeth in the movie, like a white dude that was living in the walls, and he wasn't under the stairs. And she's like, when she says, and he's doing his business in there, she like kind of reaches for her nose, like meaning like, oh, he's taking like shits. Oh, Nadine. There you go. Yeah. That makes more sense than Darlene. Nadine sounds right. Anyway, what are we talking about here? Diane, where'd you go? Please come back. No, it's fine. Servo's not going to replace you. He does not have your set of skills or titties. Anyway, let's open up a beer here. You know what I should start doing? I keep hearing stories about my relatives taking shits all over these cans of beers. I should wipe the top of the can. I probably have monkeypox because I barely clean the top of cans. I do. If it looked dirty, I'd fucking clean it. But I remember I used to have a friend that would always clean the top of the can whenever he drank from it. And I'd always look at him like, what are you doing? But now when I think back, I'm like, wow. He probably drank a lot less rat piss than I have. Yeah, some rats go into walls. I don't. I stay underground. Got a lot of stuff down here. Episode 348. Nick the Rat Radio. It is, what is this? It's January, February, March, April, August 17th, 2022. 11 o'clock at night, a little bit later than 11 o'clock. I was having some difficulties, which Servo helped with. Thanks, Diane. I mean, no, it's fine. No. With the SoundCloud likes list, I think it's all been fixed. And then I had a smoking problem. And then I was just fucking high and didn't give a shit. Now I gave a shit, actually. When I get high, I actually give more of a shit. But I can give a shit about smoking. So a couple of Sundays ago, I guess it was not this Sunday, last Sunday, my back went out because I was tossing around some potatoes. And it hurt on Wednesday. Yeah, so last week my back hurt while I was doing the show. And then, like, on Thursday or Friday, it started to feel better. But then I saw this really, really, all I could describe it as would be a sexy potato on the floor. So I bent over. Yeah, I was tossing taters, and I bent over to look at it, and my back popped. It seriously made like, even Diane heard it, I think. She came in, she was like, "What was that noise?" I was like, "Oh, it's my back," or me screaming like a little bitch. Back was getting better. Then I did a little bend over to pick up another tater. Kabloo! My back hurt more that for the next couple days after that than it did like for the first fucking time. I don't know. Maybe art's getting in there, but when you bend over and you pick something up and you get a little you jiggle a little bit. It's actually really surprising. The human body, I mean the rodent body, the skeletal system, how everything works. Just on well, most rats are on 2 legs these days, but you just don't know about it. You're walking around, you're carrying this little thin thing. This little was a couple inches thick. Imagine if you were holding up like fucking 80 pounds with your dork or something, right? It's pretty amazing. You French fried your back? I didn't pizza it. I know I didn't do that. But it's getting a little bit better now. I've been using a heating pad more, taking it more seriously because that shit, it was, whew. It's. And the weird thing is, after your back goes out, and when you're getting better, it's less of an actual physical pain thing. I don't even know if it's ever really. Well, it is physical pain. It's like it's shifting around back there. It becomes like a mental blockage. It's like, oh, I want to stand up, but then your brain, I guess it's not your consciousness that tells you to stop. It's sort of your body because it is your brain. I don't know what the fuck it is, but something in you. It's like in your mind. It's like your ego, your super id or ego, whatever's the underwater part. Is It's all bullshit. Thank you, Fletcher. Oh, I also heard your interview with JCD. That was fucking hilarious. I'm surprised he didn't hang up on you guys. It was. I learned a lot about Canada. That was a good time. The spine. Well, guest. He was your guest on the show. That was the. That's kind of the funny part. It's like, what's going on here? What the hell's going on here? And you guys are like, well, it's whatever you want. It's kind of like a dream world of the dream of radio. It could be whatever the fuck you want. And he just kept looking for a point at it. I guess that's because he's a boomer. But either way, then when your back goes out and it starts coming back, and you're like, ooh, I could start to stand up again. It's your body just won't let you do it. It's like you're not standing up. This is gonna hurt, but it's like, no, it won't, and it doesn't. So you kind of have to like learn to sit up. It's like I have to take this real slow now, even though you don't really have to. You should take it slow anyway because you're getting your body's revving back up. I don't know what the fuck's going on with it. But anyway, I was like bedridden for like fucking forever. And no, I wasn't really bedridden. I was able to get up. It just took a little while, and you have to find the way to get up. It's like a puzzle. It's like you have to figure out how you could stand without your shit just exploding and making you cry. Go, ah! Yeah, I still got. It's still a little bit painful, but I've been doing some exercises and fucking putting heating on there. So when I was able to search around the sewer a little bit more, I noticed there's a couple of missing items. And I questioned Diane. I don't know where Zindu is. So I started doing some research on the internet. And boy, oh boy, do I have a lot to tell you guys about. But before we talk about people in the walls taking stuff from you, because that's what I learned. I learned that I was like, first it was like, oh, you're missing socks and stuff. You might have AIDS, or there's people in the wall taking your stuff. And I think I'm going to investigate that a little bit more. I've been looking it up on the internet. I'm just going to tell you guys what I've learned about people in walls taking stuff, and yeah, it's gonna be that tonight, more or less. Uh-oh, Quirkus, I read that advice. Now, if I wind up slipping in the shower, I'm gonna find out where you keep your gold bricks and take them from you. Let's listen to song number 1, which can be found on SoundCloud. It's all CC BY 3.0, and it's all Lost in Metro Tower. Welcome back to Nick the Rat Radio. Well, we are talking tonight about things in walls. Uh-oh, wait. My mind just instantly figured out how that could go wrong. Or right, depending on what side of the wall you're on. Diane, should we open the phone lines and see if anybody wants to? We're only taking callers. You want to talk about things in walls tonight? It's not open lines tonight, so we're keeping it strict to the topic. So I guess if you have a story about something about in a wall, I don't actually. Fuck. It's open lines. It's open lines, everybody. Call in. We're gonna try to keep it on target though. 917-719-5923. That beer's done. I guess I'll have. Wait, this one's still got some beer. That's good. Okay. I think Coors Banquet. I think Coors Banquet is my go-to beer now. It's got a nice percentage. It's kind of like a refreshing, spritzy water beverage. Might be cyanide in there. I don't know. Anybody? I guess also give a call, and if you know what happened to that Salmon Rusty guy. What did he even do? That guy wrote a book that's against Islam or something, and in Islam, people want to kill him now. All right, maybe we should stick it to the wall thing. I don't know much about that subject. I just found that very interesting. Just weird. It's a very strange occurrence. Also, a strange occurrence is flavored cyanide. Yeah, why don't people just do people? There's if you. I guess it's good that most people that have the cojones to try to kill somebody are usually idiots or something. They're because that guy. Okay, well, okay. This we're way off topic here. Just thought came to me. If there was some guy that wrote a book you didn't like and you wanted to kill him, instead of stabbing him multiple times, you could have just like stabbed him once with some poison. I don't know what you could put. You put some bleach on there or some shit. I don't know how you poison somebody. Actually, I do. Nicotine. I know. I read a book by Stephen Gibson, not Stephen Gibson. William Gibson, I think. And part of it was about back in the day, people would dip their knives into just straight up nicotine, and if you stab somebody with that, they're dead. Why don't people just do people? Yeah, have sex is fun. Wait, why am I reading the chat? Damn. Some good weed. Okay, look. People in the walls. Wait, hold on one sec. Thought I just heard something. Okay, we're clear. That's scary. I was watching movies. That's not. Wait, hold on one sec. My brain is discombobulated right now. Just thrown off by that noise. There was I was researching people in the walls, and then I started to get into like movies about it. Yeah, that's what happened. I'll tell you about the movies I watched recently too. That's just the Spookies. I watched the Spookies. It was really bad movie. It's kind of fun, but okay. But listen to this list of movies about people in walls or something. This is a long list. Get ready. This is longer than The Chase, I think. I personally might have seen 2 of the movies I'm about to mention, maybe 3. We have. I should have wrote the dates down too that they came out in case you wanted to actually. Maybe we got we can have a whole movie watching session for this. This was my hole. It was made for me. Why do I keep reading the chat? it's fun to read the chat. If you want to join the chat, go to nicktherat.com, go into social, hop in there, and you could interrupt the show live. We have a Housebound. We also have People Under the Stairs. I've seen that one. There's The Boy. There's Within. There's Hider in the House. I like that one. That sounds pretty cool. I gotta check. Is that real? Diana, is this list real? Are you just fooling me? Hider in the House? Somebody made a movie called Hider in the House? Doing a search for this. 1989. Whoa, that's a weird cover art. Is that JCD looking through a window? Oh, that's Gary Busey. That's fucking horrifying. He goes into the walls? Oh, he hides in the attic of a new house. All right, well, that's not really inside of the walls. Some of these are definitely inside the walls, though. I think like The Boy and Housebound, I think are Wall Kids movies. It's it's a crawl space, Bob's Burgers. Oh, there was that movie. Yeah, there was that movie. I think it was with the I forget the name of it. There's a couple kids that break into a house of like some blind guy, and they go into his walls, and he doesn't know what the fuck's going on. And then he starts killing the kids that are in these walls. That was a cool movie. The actor in that was the main villain from Avatar. That was a fun one. I gotta watch that one again. I don't know if that's on this list. Hold on, I gotta find the name of that. I know the actor, so that'll make it. I know the movie that the actor was in. The internet is just like 7 degrees, 8, 9 degrees of Kevin Bacon at your fingertips. Avatar movie. Let's look at that up, and we're gonna go to IMDb. That was in 2009. Holy crap, that was so long ago. Hello, caller. Are you there?
Hello, Nick the Rat. Are you there?
Not really. I'm on IMDb right now, looking up somebody. Looking them up.
BD or DD?
IMDb from Dexter's Laboratory. I heard she grew up to be a stripper.
DD. Hell yeah.
She had those long ass legs. Did they make this website harder to navigate?
I hope so.
I can't find the actors in the fucking
know.
movie just by going to IMDb. Oh, stars there.
I'm gonna treat you with another movie that features something inside of the walls.
Yeah, what is it?
That would be Evil Dead 2.
Oh, that's not on the list. I gotta put that on the list. All right, Evil Dead 2.
Yep.
There's definitely lots of stuff in those walls.
I want to ask you about something else, but it's about the things that are in a different direction.
You know what? That's fine. We'll expand our horizons tonight.
Yeah, I mean it's like, the walls. What's a floor to a wall? Like what is a king to a god, right? Like, what's the difference?
So what's the
what's a god to a non-believer?
Caller, can you turn down the Pornhub in the background? What are you listening to there?
I'm listening to the remnants of a storm that just came through. It's dumped.
Oh, that's water?
Rain.
I thought that was...
Yeah, it's water. It's wet.
I thought that was somebody getting their ass slapped.
Hell yeah. Here, let me turn it up for you a little bit. Is that better? I'm getting a little wet from it.
Yeah, that's making my ass turn red right now.
Nice. I like it. You dirty, dirty boy. Don't hang up on me. Okay, so you're talking about things on the wall. How do you feel, or do you have any prior opinions to the concept of mole people? Let's start light. Mole people. What do you think?
Sure, I'm sure there's mole people in cities. I'm a mole person, sorta. I'm
Now,
underground. I'm not that
how?
deep. How deep do these people have to be mole people? And do they have to be blind?
Well, what I'm thinking is it's generations of people having been lost, maybe forgotten, down in these underground, subterranean tunnels. Um, I think a lot of them could be part of the, like pre-existing structures, like, pre-existing man-made things like the Underground Railroad tunnels or, mines. But then there's the natural American cave system, which is very expansive. But I'm thinking like, if you've got generations of people
Yeah.
living down there, like, who's to say how far it doesn't go?
I have a much more stranger thought about where your mind is.
Hit me.
Mole people. What if instead of people, mole people being just people that live in like an everyday fucking situation but underground, what if there's a break off of humans that's intestines and their whole internal organs are kind of like that of a worm? Like they could just digest dirt and shit real quick. And maybe there's people that are like crawling around eating dirt like worms underground. And sometimes they might come up and they probably wouldn't be able to talk. They'd probably just go "Whoa," and shit like that and have a really
Yeah,
disgusting asshole. But what if there was like a
yeah.
worm with like a humanoid exterior?
That would be pretty satany. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, what if that's what a mole person was?
Um, I am in favor of this concept. I like it.
It's
It's
better than
fresh.
like, oh, it's
It's
just it's Aunt May living in a shack 15,000 feet underground.
uh I wasn't, I think of it. I was talking to a friend earlier today, and I was like, the storybook equivalent would be something like Gollum from the Lord of the Rings series, but
Yeah.
we're talking about, uh, you know, uh, not a society, but enough of a population that can reproduce through inbreeding and sustain itself through the acts of cannibalism. So
It could happen. There's
I guess
there's
I
a
go,
there's parts of society that have broken off that we haven't discovered, like indigenous people on islands and shit, throwing spears
yeah,
at drones and stuff. So why not? Why not? There might be people in space. There might be people on other planets. There might be mole people
Daniel, you blow it up.
in Uranus.
Daniel, all to hell.
We don't know
There's
where
mole
these.
people in
Yeah,
my
that's
anus.
anything that you could think of could be possible.
Oh well, yeah. That I'm with you, 100%. It's like you're flipping through the Rolodex of everything that ever was, is, and will happen, and it's there. That's what your imagination is. Just like tune in to that little frequency. Transplant
Are
yourself to
you a
that
mole
place where,
person fan? Do you think about mole people often?
I think the term mole people is it's a little PG for my taste.
What if they were naked? What are they? Naked nose mole people or
vole people.
vole people? There you go. That's a good one. Naked mole
Mm,
rats.
I don't know, man. I just I get the same vibe about it that I did when I was younger, i.e., like a kid, young adult, and whatnot. And I always got creeped out by watching movies that had other kids in them. I always just felt really weird, unnatural, just kind of generally off. And then fast forward enough years, and I mean, the two Corys, they tell of exploitation in the entertainment industry. I mean, it's a boundless, right?
Oh, yeah, well,
So that's the
I
same vibe that I
believe a
get.
lot
But
more in Hollywood rape than I do of mole people. I think mole people might
that
exist. Hollywood rape and with children and adults, I think is, yeah, sure. That's 100%.
I get the same vibe about both.
Maybe these Hollywood rapists are mole people. Like they come up from underground and
Maybe
then they have sex with little kids on TV to become
maybe
stars.
maybe it's
Satan.
these Hollywood type people fucking losing their fresh meat in the tunnels on the way in, or maybe the scraps get discarded.
It's
That's kind of where I land at it. I mean,
caller,
it's
is your blinker
extravagant,
on?
huh?
Is your blinker on? No, net. That is the sound of rain dripping.
I'll move somewhere else.
It sounds like a wait. Where'd the raindrops go?
Oh, you want me to go back?
Yeah.
I walked away.
No.
You're reading the chats, man.
I'm reading. Yeah, I shouldn't read the chat. The chat is very distracting.
Is that better?
That's so much better. Oh, that one sounds like hot turds falling from the sky.
Maggots are falling like rain.
Do you like horror movies?
I love horror movies.
What's the last good horror
Many
movie?
times.
What's the last good horror movie you seen?
There was on Shudder, the streaming platform for horror movies.
Joe Bob's coming
I
back
had watched one. Oh, hell yeah.
this Halloween.
Hell yeah.
I think Elvira is going to be on this season.
Hey, there's a great Guar documentary on there that you should check out.
Ooh,
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, dude, it's awesome.
So what's sorry, I keep
I'm
interrupting.
gonna need help with the name of it. It doesn't come to me immediately, but it was an interesting enough concept. It's this woman goes to work. She dances as a red light dancer, shutter door dancer at this
Striptease.
Striptease. And, on the way in, she gets confronted by religious zealots who claim that she's going to hell and all this crazy shit. And as she's working her day, when she gets to work, the apocalypse comes, and it's the story of one of the religious zealots finding sanctuary inside of the striptease, and now her and the stripper have to fight their way out of their predicament.
Wow.
And I wish I could remember the name, but
this exists.
It started with an R. It's one word. It's not Revelations, but it's something in that vein.
It's Rapture. Does the religious person and the stripper ever make out? Revealer?
Yes.
They do? Yes. All right, I'm watching this.
Yeah.
Oven's in the chat says it's Revealer. I don't know if this is true.
It's in that blend. There's a new genre of
here.
horror movies out there where, there's this, with a lot of these new horror movies, you can't get away from
Yes,
this
that's
progressive.
It's Revealer. It's called Revealer.
Revealer. Okay. Nice.
Oh, it came out. It was set in 1980s Chicago. I gotta watch this. This looks good.
I enjoyed it. I mean, there was some definitely progressive pushing ideological swings. The more and more new stuff that I see, you can't really get away from it.
I'm reading the comments, the reviews on the thing, and the reviewer Count Blackula, he says he gave it one skull because he wrote no bobs, which he might have meant boobs because he made titties after it, but every movie's better with Joe Bob, so it might be no Joe Bob or no boobs. Either one getting points off, but I gotta watch this.
There was another one with Nicolas Cage where it's
the-
essentially Five Nights at Freddy's. But
Oh,
it's
I
Nick
didn't watch
Cage
that
fighting
one.
the
Even though I
animatronics.
love Nicolas Cage, I did not watch that.
That one's good. I liked that one. He's got, honestly, hands down, I'm not fucking with you, best Nicolas Cage dialogue ever. I mean, you thought you heard it all until this fucking movie.
I'll check it out maybe one day. But I liked all of his other movies except that one. That was low on my list of one to watch. Well, I guess it would be fun to watch. How long is it? I hope it's like only like an hour long.
Probably hour and a half, hour and 45. Velocipaster.
Velocipaster.
Mm-hmm. Rated X by an all-Christian jury.
Ooh, Nam is saying ultrasound was good. What is this? And check that out. Because I just watched Spookies, and Spookies was not good. But it did have Joe Bob,
Maybe
so it was good.
maybe you can help me remember something. It was a movie on Shudder for sure. And the movie was a compilation of old grindhouse-styled film trailers. And you had your sort of commentator, Elvira, Joe Bob, presenter, but it was shot super low budget. I mean, it's grainy as fuck. It's just a supercut of trailers, really. I was trying to find it because it could be really
Sounds
good.
like one of those found footage horror. What are those compilations? Like VHS.
Well,
I might have seen what you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. The movie is just showing movie trailers. Like, there's no, as far as I'm aware, these are all actually movies that were released at one point or another. But
And there was a horror host. What was the horror host? Do you remember what they were? Was it a hot chick? Was it an ugly guy? Was it a?
It was an ugly guy. He might have had a skeleton co-host.
Huh.
That keeps coming to mind.
Oh, the movie I was talking about was called Don't Breathe. That's with Stephen Lang
Oh,
in
John Krasinski.
maybe.
Wait, never mind.
Stephen Lang's the bad guy. Well, not even the bad guy. I guess the kids are the bad guy. But that was a cool movie. If you want to watch a cool movie where kids break into a deaf guy's house and they get stuck in the walls and he kills them.
Okay, I remember seeing trailers for this. I never saw it.
It came out in
I thought it was
2016.
pretty
I saw it in the
interesting.
theater. It was I liked it. It got IMDb gives it a 7.1. I would give that like a 7 out of 10 if I recall correctly. Maybe like a 7. Yeah, high. It's a good 7. It's a good movie.
Interesting. Yeah, I might. Kind of giving me the hankering to go watch it.
Just don't watch
Spooky movie now.
Spookies. Don't watch Spookies.
Yeah, I haven't really seen too many other movies.
That sucks, man. I only like to talk to people that's seen a lot of movies. These not too many other movie people. Let's listen to Sentient Data with Sentient Data with Guster Satellite. Thank you, Colin.
Shining like a world of art, hanging on a wall of stars. Are you what I think you are? close of you. You're my satellite. You're riding with me tonight. Passenger side, light in the sky. Always the first star that I find. You're my satellite. Maybe you'll always be just a little out of reach. You're my satellite. You're riding with me tonight. Passenger side, light in the sky. Always the first star that I find. You're my satellite. You're my satellite.
You're my Starlink. Hi, everybody. We're going to thank some people now. Diane, turn off the phone line. If you could call in now and leave a voicemail if you'd like. The voicemail line is on. We have a P.O. Box. Nick the Rat Radio. P.O. Box 90549, Brooklyn, New York 11209 -0549. That's weird. Anyway, we got one letter today. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Sir Mike Roch, PhD. Memo. Win 5 4 3 1 1 7 3 9 4 M 3 2. Elite Gamer. 69 cents. I thought it stood for Poo Box. It's not post office box. What is it? Do you know what it stands for, Nam? I think I'm one of those people. Personal office, personal orifice. It's the personal orifice box, right? Because it's yours, and it's a hole. It's your hole. Your Capital One. What's in your wallet? You could also donate to Nick the Rat Radio to keep the dream alive. Go to nicktherat.com, go to donate, and click on, I think there's a PayPal link. The PayPal is probably the best way to change, to show support. It's better than Patreon and stuff. Patreon could be cool for some things, but I think they take a big percentage of your I think PayPal takes the smallest percentage still. Either way. Is there anybody donate this week? I don't dox people. Potential Olive Garden. All right, Nab. Somebody ban Nam from the chat over here. First Nam's talking big game about, oh, P.O. Box isn't no post office. It's potential Olive Garden. People are going to start sending me pasta. All right, let's see here. All right, I read the amount, the note, and the initials. The first donator tonight is JB with 420. JB, you've been around for a while. Thank you so much for the continuing support. The 420 donation amount is the what is that called? Like the sustaining contribution. It's just like it's like almost $1 an episode, which is pretty cool, I think. Either way, it's all free. I don't want to put a paywall up so you miss. Oh, this is a very special donation right here. This is LB with 420. LB, I miss you. This is sus. Sustain your sus with 420. LB is somewhere. It's midnight in the sewer. LB, it's midnight in the sewer. Cheers. I want to just hold on one second. Love Bunny? It's Love Bunny. Thank you, LB. All right, I got to do a little ASMR here just because this keyboard, I still just love how it sounds still. So we're just going to take a quick break from the donation segment at midnight in the sewer to give you a little bit, just a little bit, of some sweet ass typing sounds. Here we go. Here, let's bring it in. Bring the mic down. I think the gate's off. All right, Diane, put the gate back on. Oh man, Quirk is this. This is I love how this keyboard sounds. Just whew. I hacked the mainframe. All right, let's thank some more people at midnight in the sewer. That was just a little intermezzo. Intermezzo. I don't know how you say this. We have J.A. Been around for a long time. 420. Thank you, J.A. Could be Belgian, yes. We have IC. IC 420. IC's been around for a while as well. These feels like a home. When you see, it's kind of like seeing people you remember. Remind you to remember that these people are there. Also, I heard somebody talking about a good like if you're ever worried like, oh, everybody's just judging me, they're looking at me. No, they're worried about themselves. You're the hero of your story. Just like KR is. KR with 420. Thank you so much, KR, for the 420 subscription as well. That is all the donations for this week. Thank you guys. Namaste. If that even fucking makes sense. I don't know if it does, but that's not why I'm here. I'm not here to make sense. I'm here to thank people. Finally, you could also donate via Twitch. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you could give me some like $2, even though it says it's $5 or so, for free. Let's see if anybody has done any Twitch donations here. Stromzy followed me 4 days ago. Thanks for the follow, Stromzy. What the heck? Thank you for the follow. Trey from Philly followed. Wait, Trey from Philly? You followed me 2 hours ago? I thought you were there for a while. Trey from Philly resubbed for 1 month at tier 1. They've been sub for 8 months. How are you sub for 8 months, but you're following me for 2 hours? It's been 8 months and so much has happened. Yes, it has. So much could happen in one day. One day, a lot could happen. One day could equate to like 5 years worth of fucking time sometimes. But Trey, I hope you're doing better and you're on the up and up and getting stronger and figuring stuff out, because that's what we're all doing every day. We're figuring stuff out. That's what I see it as. It's a big old problem that's being solved. Ducky resubbed. Oh, Ducky's in the lead here. Nobody's going to ever beat Ducky for resubs here. 38 months. Cheers, Ducky. And keep buying stuff from Amazon. Back in my day, I had to go to the front sewer to get everything I needed after clicking a button. And thank you, everybody, for all the donations and subscriptions and et cetera, whatevers. And let's continue on with the show. We're going to play another song right now. We'll be back. We're going to open up the phone lines. We're going to have a good night today. We just got Ayoto with Rainy Night at the Haunted Cabin. He is the longest, girthiest sub ever. That was an abrupt end to a repetitive song. Hey, no, that was fun. It was a good song. Whoa, where are we? Welcome back, everybody. Phone lines are back open in the sewers of Brooklyn, New York. It is past midnight. we are in late night territory, and we barely even started the show. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but basically what I'm trying to say is whoever's listening live right now is a badass. And if you're listening post live, you're a badass. Let's continue on with this list of movies that have people in the wall. There's a lot more to go. I didn't finish that list. That caller took up a lot of time. Yeah, that dripping in the background is crazy. Let's listen to this here list. We did People on the Stairs, The Boy Within, Hider in the House is the last one we left off on. There's the Inside, The Intruder. The Insider, The Intruder. I don't know, what the hell is that? Stir of Echoes. Here Come the Littles. Family Remains. Black Christmas. The Borrowers, or is that the Burrowers? That's B-O. That's Borrowers. The Witches. The Pact. That's a lot of movies right there. Diary of Anne Frank. That's not on there. Well, you know what? I was missing a lot of things, so I was looking into this. You know, there's socks and batteries and lube and stuff. But so I was looking into it, and then I found there was I was looking for like monsters that are already known that live in the wall, pre-known wall cryptids, and there really wasn't much. I only found like one that was from R.L. Stein. R.L. Stein has contributed to the Zeitgeist of tonight's show, I guess. Yeah, it's R.L. Stein made a story about the Clement, which is a creature that lives in your wall and gives you good luck, but it wants syrup. So I watched this whole episode because you can watch it on YouTube if you look up like the Clement, Klemit, or R.L. Stein, Kid in the Wall, syrup. It was a real fucked up episode. I watched this thing and it just made me feel. It made me just feel weird. There's a kid that's like sleeping in a room and he's like hearing something scratching at the wall and what the fuck's going on? And this thing's like starts like tormenting him and starts calling. It's like, syrup, motherfucker, give me fucking syrup. And he's like, what's going on? It's so weird because like R.L. Stein, it's like they write for kids and stuff. So it's the horror thing is a little bit low, but that actually makes it even creepier. Like if I'm sleeping and I hear somebody scratching at the wall and screaming out syrup, that's actually scarier than say like oh, death or fucking murder. I'd almost rather hear that than syrup. The story gets really bad though because the kid starts flipping out. He's like, oh, mom, dad, and the parents start like fucking with him. Like they like pretend they do like a fake jump scare from under his bed. Like, oh, you're a little scared bitch. You're a fucking pussy. And it's like, oh, dude, that's your kid. Your kid is having disturbing mental breakdown about the wall screaming for syrup, and you're fucking around with him. It gets even fucking worse. The parents knew that there was this creature in the fucking walls. And they bought the house they moved into because the creature in the walls, they were like, oh, we wanted it for good luck. And then he's like, why the fuck you tell me you had this little good luck creature fucking monster you're giving syrup to in the walls? It was just I'm going to have nightmares tonight. I'm going to have nightmares about the Clement wall creature from R.L. Stein tonight. This is a real fucked up episode. The parents like the more people that know about the Clement, the less good luck you'll get from it. And the dad's like fucking cuddling this thing and it's feeding it. It's like got a big pulsating head. It was disgusting. And it's like, what the fuck? I thought the kid was about to stab his parents. He probably should have. Like, 2 less people to know about the Clement. More good luck for me. 'Cause you guys are assholes. And all the kid's like, oh, what do I get? Where's my good luck? Now I know that this syrup sucking wall creature exists. Made a little hole in the wall too. It was like a glory hole. I had to give him some syrup. Here, suck on this. Good luck, baby. His parents are like, okay, Timmy, don't kill us. What do you want? What do you want for good luck? And all this little fucker wanted to do was not sleep in his room. He wanted to have like a sleepover party in his parents' room so he wouldn't hear the fucking Clement screaming syrup all night. It's kind of weird. It's the less scary something is, the more fucked up and scary it is. Because it kind of is like, oh, this is reality. It's fucking this thing screaming from the wall, syrup, and parents' lies. I don't know. There wasn't too many other wall creatures or demons or anything. I didn't really see. There was just a lot of movies about like either kids or dead kids, or there's a lot of movies about shit in the walls, but there's not much like cryptozoology about it. So you don't really have to worry too much about it in your house, because the only thing that could live in there is something that'll give you good luck. Could be some. But if you're in like movie world, if you're in movie reality and not in like reality by R.L. Stine, then you might have kids in your walls you could kill, or you could have fucking demons in there, or little. There's a whole world behind your wall. Actually, that just reminded me of another movie. I have to look this up. Okay, well, we're going to take a quick music break. We'll be right back with more Nick the Rat. We have Simon Phillips with Doctor Who. I'm sure there was like a Doctor Who episode with like things in the walls too. I've never seen it though. This is Nick the Rat on the scene. We are currently looking for some cracks in the wall. So maybe I could find some people in here. I've definitely heard people running around the sewer, and then I don't see them. So they're probably within the walls. Okay, let's check over here. See if this wall is wait. Sound like a door. Hold on 1 second. This is some loose. Yeah, okay, we're getting to some more solid. Okay, there seems like maybe there's a. Okay, I could probably get a little crack out over here. Okay, wait. I found a little crack here. Let me try to sneak through. It's a tight one. Hold on. Let me get the mayonnaise really quick. All right, I got it. Let me go back to the crack. All right, here we go. I'm a little scared. Never done this before. I've only heard stories on the internet about rats getting stuck into small, tiny slots. So, okay, let's try this out. Let's. Ow! Okay, I might be stuck. This is one of my worst nightmares, being stuck in a tiny, tiny little crevice. Happened once when my mom was breastfeeding me and I got stuck between her titties. It's pretty dramatic. Hold on 1 second here. Okay, I'm getting deeper. Getting deeper in here. Okay, whoa, what's this? Whoa, ow. Hey, what is this? No. Come back. I almost struck the, okay. Wait. I think I see somebody. Should I just go up to him and tap him on the shoulder, or should I sneak up or scare him, or... Wait, this is supposed to be an interview. Sir, can I talk to you? Do you live in these walls? Sir, is it okay if I was to talk to you?
Hey, yeah, you can talk to me. I've been living in the walls in the sewer for at least 5-6 years now, ever since that John McCain became president.
I don't think John McCain ever became the president, sir. What could I call? What is your name?
Well, my name is Whole Lotta.
Whole lotta.
Whole lot of shits.
Whole lot of shit. That's okay. Whole lotta. If that's really your name. So how did you start living down here?
Well, you see, when John McCain became president 10 years ago, I was smuggling methamphetamines under my toenails into the prison systems to give it to my dear darling wife that died 5 years previously before that. They've been holding her up in Holston County, and I was like, oh, Miss Shits, I gotta get you out. And a whole lot is coming to get you.
Well, it sounds like you really love your wife, but, ow, under your toenails. That sounds like it's painful. Look, so how do you live? This is a really small living space. Like, right now, my dick is touching one wall and my ass is touching the other, and I can't turn my head, and you're kind of like just right there in front of me. It's kind of scary, actually.
Well, yeah, you know, you had to get used to being stuck in little tiny crevices, and the more methamphetamines you do, the better you could get used to hanging out within the crevices in the walls and the sewer systems, if that's what you be. I used to live in the walls in a big mansion up on 42nd Street for a while until that burned down because I set it on fire.
Well, if it was where you live, why would you set it on fire? It doesn't sound like a very sound thing to do.
Well, the people that were living there, they arrested my wife for setting their house on fire and burning it down in 1733. So I told them I'm going to put all the methamphetamines from my toenails up into my anal crevice. And then that gave me an idea of sticking myself into their wall crevices, and I was living there for a while. It was a good time. Actually.
Sir, the battery on my flashlight is starting to die out, and I'm starting to get a little scared of you. So I think I might get out of here. Have you seen anybody else down in the walls, actually? Maybe I could find somebody else to talk to that's a little bit more, not as crazy as you.
Well, there's a whole society of us living down here, but I don't know if you ever read the book Flat World. It was about a bunch of teenage girls in summer camp, and when they'd bump into each other, they couldn't get around each other, so it became a war and bloody massacre. Blood all over the place, and a lot of dead teenage, flat-titted ass bitches all over the streets, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, okay. Alright, sir, whole lotta. I gotta get the fuck out of here. Bye. I'll see you later. Okay, let me get out of this here.
Bye, Nick the Rat. It was really nice seeing you down here.
Okay, sir. Okay, oh boy. Okay, this is tight. I think the mayonnaise is wearing off. I can feel the first layer of skin rubbing off of my ass cheeks. Alright, I'm out. Alright, well, let me get back into the sewer studio and maybe take some phone calls.
This Christmas, you could give her your heart, or you could give her a reindeer heart. We're growing reindeer hearts down the dark sewer. You too could have your very own reindeer heart brought to you from the sewers of Brooklyn, New York, into your loved one's hands. The still warm, still beating, lifeless heart that's gonna give your loved one joy could be yours today. You can order now at 917-719-5923. The kids are all saying it's a lot more fun than dabbing and flossing and vaping. They'd rather just hold on to the beating heart of the deer, the reindeer heart, because one day squeeze on it and shoot rainbows and stuff out and glitter and snow and oh, it's so cheerful and joyful to have during the holiday season. Sometimes, you don't know what to get your loved one for the holiday season. You wind up getting them a gift card or giving them money or something useless. Why not just give them a big old beaten reindeer heart? Not even a regular deer. This is a reindeer. It's magical shit. We're cloning them right. I mean, yeah, they're cloned. They're not. We're not ripping them out of the hearts of baby reindeer or anything like that. But if you want to do that, maybe we could grow one and rip it out for you. If that's really what floats your boat. For money, we'd probably do anything down here in the sewer. So anyway, give your loved ones today one of the presents that just keep on giving, and get some tonight because you're gonna be having hot love with all the reindeer blood squirting through the valves and the pumps. You could even maybe use this like as a pocket pussy or some type of weird vibrator if you're into that too. I don't really know. I'll just put mine on the mantle and I'll squeeze it every now and then when I get upset at my husband. Anyway, we're gonna be selling out of the sewer, so you should probably order your still beating reindeer heart today, only on the Dark Sewer Network. $69.99 for just for one of them, right? Yeah, and 917-719-5923.
Oh, wow. Hold on 1 second. Just drop something. Everybody. Ooh. Any voicemails? Hold on 1 second here. Let's click here. See if there's any voicemails.
Hey, Nick! Jingle bells, Batman smells, Robin laid an egg, Batmobile lost a wheel, and Joker got away. Cha-cha-cha. I'll be here all week. Yeah, anyway, your random, or maybe it's random, maybe it's just, what the hell, not congruent, cognitive. Damn, what the hell is the word? Well, I'm not gonna figure it out thinking like this. Anyway, hey, enjoy the show. Chronological. Maybe it's just chronological, not random. but your stream was playing an old Christmas theme show, and yeah, Batman is real, and he's up in that area. So I figure I would season you with that as we approach the cold. Winter is coming. Adios, Nick.
It's still not working. Um, yeah, I heard the Game of Thrones show is coming back. I don't like Game of Thrones. I never really watched it. It's the time span on it always fucking pissed me off. It's one scene would be like, oh, we just lost an entire empire. And then the next scene, this is all in the same episode too. The next scene would be like, oh, we need to build an army. And then it'll be like, oh, we took a walk. We found like 20 people out in the woods. And then the next scene would be like, oh, you guys got to build us boats. And then the next scene, they would have about like a fleet of 2,000 boats. I know that's a small nitpick, but the time scheme in that show made zero sense to me. Like it's I don't understand how that fucking works. I've been watching The Sandman lately. I've been enjoying it. I guess the comic book is still. It's funny to say the comic book is better, but the comic book is better. But the show's not bad. I enjoy it. I'm a big fan of Neil Gaiman. Poll is blocked in Twitch. Could be. Twitch does not like Polish people. Sandman's pretty good. The show is like each episode so far. I wasn't looking forward to it because I always think like Netflix is gonna fuck this up. It's gonna be shitty. Cowboy Bebop wasn't horrible. It was bad though. It wasn't like the cartoon. Witcher wasn't horrible, but there's a couple of shows that were pretty fucking horrible. But the Sandman's turned out to be pretty good. Most of the episode I do like a lot. Like I would say about 80% of the episode I like, and about 20% I just think is garbage. It just looks like trash, or there's something very trashy about it. But the Neil Gaiman story is it's pretty fucking good. Does Dark Horse even exist anymore? Did Vertigo? Who wrote those dirty comics? Anyway, Gaiman is he writes gods in modern reality very well. That seems to be his thing. Or just like he makes stories that exist today in a way that makes sense. Yeah, something like that. Most of the story is spot on compared to the comic. Some of the characters they changed, which I really don't give a fuck about. It's like, oh, that guy used to have a melty face. Now he's just like a little bit old. Whatever. Oh, that person was white. Now they're black. Who cares? Oh, that was a girl. Now it's a boy. Who cares? If the story's good, it'll carry it along. Apparently, I won't even get into the details of what they changed because it really doesn't fucking matter about sex, gender, or race in a story. The only thing that matters about in a story is the story. The production quality is pretty good. I think most of the production quality is some of the stuff that is the 20% that upsets me. Like there's some really bad looking shots for a couple things. But whatever. Doesn't matter. It doesn't. It's overall. It was fun. It's fun so far. I didn't finish it yet. I pretty much got through, I think, 3 or 4 episodes, which is basically the first book in the series. I've read Sandman before. I got the whole it's like 8 books or something. I haven't read it in a long time though, so I don't really know. But I do have a hello caller.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh, I'm good. Oh, I'm just reading chat really quick. Whoa, I got another call coming in too. What is going on here? I wish I could combine calls again.
Double back.
Caller?
Hey, Nick, thanks for ruining pretty much all of Game of Thrones for me. Pretty much summed it all up in like 20 minutes. Could have saved all that time.
Well, yeah. Oh, just want to say sorry to the previous caller. But
That's all right, what?
the Google Voice just made me hang up on that last person. But if you haven't seen Game of Thrones yet, you're not going to watch it anyway.
Well, I mean, I kind of lost interest when that big, weird, sexy dude poured the pot of so-called molten gold on a dude's head. Like, no shit, he's not a dragon. If he's a dragon, he would have murdered everybody and made his own fucking crown. Anyway.
Yeah, I guess.
What are you doing?
No, I have never really watched most of Game of Thrones. I've only seen a couple of episodes.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Well,
good.
I'll say a couple. They have most of the brother and sister fucking. That's pretty much it.
Really? There's incest?
Yeah, that's pretty much where I left off of it.
Does the sister get stuck in the washing machine, and the brother helps her out?
Yeah, something like that. They go to the tallest spire, to the highest tower where they could not be found. Then they fucking do it, and they get seen by this weird kid and gets killed.
Huh. Well,
It's just nasty. I mean, they're not. Neither one of them is hot anyway.
I don't even
That's
understand
like,
how
yeah.
that could even happen. It's like if you grew up with this person, did they live away from each other and then meet, or did they grow up together?
I don't know. They might just put paper bags over each other's heads and like act like they're meeting each other for the first time with paper bags on their heads. Never know. They're royalty. They don't think the way we do. They like fucking each other. Family, for some reason.
Well, it keeps the royalness. It's kind of like the Climate in the wall. If the less people that know about the Climate that lives in your wall, the more good luck you have.
I think it was a little simpler than that. I think it was all entertainment. You make a bunch of dumb retard babies. You can watch them do dumb shit all of their lives.
I wonder how true that is. The whole
You got a sister?
No, well, this is a very dark thought right here. But they always say like if you inbreed, your kids will come out mutated and fucked up, which is probably true. But how true is it? Like we inbreed dogs constantly, and they do come out fucked up, but not like so fucked up. They would come out like, oh, that's a whatever type of dog it is. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, I mean, difference is you fuck up a dog's life and pretty much just leave it until it gets killed or some shit. Who cares? You're not going to try to teach it how to talk and eat at the table like a regular human. That's why where everything gets fucked up.
Is that how you get like new types of people, like via inbreeding? Because they always say the mutations come if you inbreed. You get all fucked up shit. So maybe we need to inbreed to find the perfect person.
You know what? That logic is flawless.
Because how else are you gonna get? How else could you get really good mutations unless you? Okay, let's talk about something else.
Anything radioactive, stare at the sun, beat your head against the I don't know.
Yeah, I'd rather stick a fucking radion rod up my ass than inbreed. Anyway.
That's foreplay, buddy.
Yeah, it could be. Could be.
Would they stick to the flesh on the inside of your anus? just from cooking it?
I think it kind of cooks it, but it keeps it greased up. Like the way that you're when you get like radiated and you cook, I don't think you cook the same way as like fire. I think it kind of cooks you like cellularly on the cellular level. I can't say cellular level. It cooks you cellularly. It.
I see.
Can you say that
The
word?
inbreeding is already cellularly? Shit. Fucking asshole.
Got him. Okay. 1-7-719-5923. If I hung up on you before, give me a call back. We could have a chat. But yeah, fuck that word. Let's listen to some music really quick. We got fuck this. Psirclonomorosis in between days. I might have said that wrong.
Yesterday I got so old, I felt like I could die. Yesterday I got so old, it made me want to cry. Go on, just walk away. Go on, your choice is made. Go on, and disappear. Go on, away from here. And I know I was wrong when I said it was true, that it couldn't be me and me here in between without you, without
Cellular.
Yesterday I got
Cellular.
so scared, I shivered
Cellular.
like a child.
Cellular.
Yesterday away from you, it froze me deep inside. Come back, don't walk away.
Cellularly. Cellularly. I don't think that's a word,
Why can't you see?
but now I can say it.
Come back to me. And I know I was wrong when I said it was true, that it couldn't be me and me here in between without you, without you,
If you want to know something about yourself, sit on your bed one night and say to yourself, what's one thing I'm doing wrong that I know I'm doing wrong, that I could fix, that I would fix? You meditate on that, you'll get an answer. And it won't be one you want, but it'll be the necessary one.
How much you make off that Tony Hawk game? How much do they pay you?
I will give you this.
Okay.
When the fourth game was released, my main contact at Activision asked to have lunch with me in LA when I was there one day, and
that's a good sign.
he's like, yeah, he's not the head, but he was definitely the guy overseeing our games.
Okay.
And he's like, here's what's happening. We're releasing the fourth game. The last three are still in the top 10 of sales. One is going into, I forgot what they call it. It's like classics mode, which means they sell at a certain price, but way more volume.
Oh.
He's like, so things are way bigger. than you ever thought. And he handed me a check for $4 million.
What do you like run to Bank of America and put in the ATM? Like, what do you do? Like, what do you do with that?
I might have actually.
Yeah.
I might have put it in the ATM because I was always on the go. I'm not kidding. I was always on the go back then. So I was just like, all right, here we go. But no, I don't want to downplay that. It changed my life. Like the video game changed my life.
How are you today?
Hi, Greg. How are you doing?
What I would like to do is tell you a little about the solar program. I understand you are the homeowner of a single-family regular house, right?
It's like a whole entire sewer system, but yeah.
That's pretty much all the information I needed now. I will transfer this call real quick to my supervisor.
Hi, this is Alex from Solar Solution. How are you doing today?
Hi, Alex. I was hoping you could solve my solar problems.
You have solar. Thank you.
Yeah.
You have solar.
I know. Yeah, but the sun's out there. Whoa. Hello. What the heck was that?
You have been kicked from this conference.
Alex, what a piece of shit.
My favorite religion is actually Shinran Buddhism. I was married in a Shinran Buddhist church 35 years ago, and the great thing about Shinran is it's an offshoot of Amida Buddhism. Amida was the Buddha who refused to enter nirvana until all sentient beings could enter nirvana with him. And so he reincarnates for perpetually to bring everybody to supreme enlightenment. And part of the teaching of Amida Buddhism is if you call on Amida Buddha once with true faith, that'll be enough. Even if you screw up this life entirely, in your next life you'll do better, and the life after that you'll do better, until eventually you do achieve total detachment and nirvana. All you got to do is say in Japanese, Namu Amida Butsu, in the name of Amida Buddha. If you say it with true faith, you will eventually be saved. And in the 12th century, a monk named Shinran meditated on this until his heart broke. He thought it was just not fair to those people who can't muster a true faith. There are some people who are always asking questions, never satisfied, always asking the next question, always a little bit skeptical. I'm one of them. And we just can't manage true faith. We just can't, we're always wondering, maybe there's an alternative, maybe there's another way of looking at it. And Amida, the Buddha of boundless compassion, could he possibly leave us out if he intends to bring all beings to perfect bliss and enlightenment? And Shinran decided that was impossible. So Shinran Buddhism is based on the teaching that if you say Namu Amida Butsu once, whether you have faith or not, it's enough. You'll be saved eventually. I think that is the most merciful, the most commonsensical, the most generous, and the most noble religion ever invented. At least it seems that way to those of us who are incapable of true faith in the traditional sense. And so I have said Namu Amida Butsu with some degree of faith and with a great deal of skepticism on numerous occasions. I've never managed total faith, but I like to say it because Shinran says whether I believe it or not, it will work. And so I'd like to leave everybody with those words, Namu Amida Butsu. Say them once, and whether you believe it or not, it will work, and all your problems will be solved. It may take 1,000 incarnations, but eventually you'll get there. And hey, we got lots of time.
I saw Larry David at this golf course in LA that's sort of a public par 3 cheap course, and you could buy a bucket of balls for $11.
What's he doing there?
He golfs. So I guess it was at the driving range. It's like a local spot you could go for 30 minutes and hit some balls. So I see him in front of me, and the old lady doesn't recognize that it's Larry David, and I'm standing behind him in line getting a bucket of balls. And I hear him say to her, this is straight out of the show, he goes, "Why do you charge $11 for the basket of balls?" And she goes, "What do you mean, sir? It's been $11 for a long time." He goes, "Yeah, but then I give you a 20. I got to get a 5 and 4 ones. Why not just make it 10? Now I got..." And he is arguing with the lady about the fact that it's 11, not 10. He's a millionaire.
I love it.
And I'm like, why is nobody seeing this but me? This is right out of the show. He's bitching about $1 to the lady, and she doesn't know who he is. It was the best.
What about Aristotle? Well, what about Aristotle?
What about Aristotle? I've never read Aristotle. What can he tell us, anyway? The answers are in Tolstoy, Dostoevsky, and St. Matthew.
Oh, how marvellous. I didn't know you were a Christian, Ludwig.
I'm not. It's just that I look at everything from a religious point of view. Why is there anything at all rather than just nothing?
Well, how the bloody blue blazes should I know? I'm the woman, you're the philosopher.
The most important part of my philosophy hasn't been written. I can't write it. It can never be written.
Oh, bunkum. Full English breakfast and a spot of application.
I doubt it'll be understood in the future. People, culture, the air, everything will be different in the future. We're mutating.
You know, your obsession with perfection is quite ludicrous.
I want to be perfect, don't you?
Christ, no.
Then I don't see how we can be friends.
Neither do I.
Two things I know to be true. There's no difference between good flan and bad flan. And there is no war. Guess who I am?
I would like to point out that I am under medical care and taking medication, the side effects of which have rendered me a little...
Quite touching.
Well, I also take this opportunity to suggest that equally, I admit to nothing, and I would like my lawyer present.
We show, and NSA confirms, there are no nuclear devices on the Canadian border. There are no nuclear devices in Albania. Albania has no nuclear capacity. Our spy satellites show no secret terrorist training camps in the Albanian hinterland. The Border Patrol, the FBI, the RCMP report no, repeat, no untoward activity along our picturesque Canadian border. The Albanian government is screaming its defense. The world is listening. There is no war.
Of course there's a war. I'm watching it on television.
And who might you be when it's all said and done?
My name is Conrad Breen.
Who do you work for?
Nobody whose name you want me to say, Mr. Young, I promise you.
It's all well and good, but when the fit hits the shan, somebody's going to have to stay after school. Who do you suppose that might be?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The spy satellites show it, Mr. Breen. They show no war.
Then what good are they if they show no war? I mean, what are we spending $250 billion a year in the Defense Department? What good are they if they show nothing? And what, are they useless? Are they just broke or what? I mean, what is it?
I would like to point out further that these medications taken in conjunction...
If there's no threat, then where are you? Let me go you one more. If there's no threat, what good are you?
Mr. Breen, you are the threat.
I'm the threat. I am the threat. Well, what have I been doing the last 30 years that you haven't been doing? You want to fill me in on that?
The last 30 years, Mr. Breen, I have been working to ensure the security of my country.
As have we all, and I would
well
like to
of
point
you
out
for
that
your
the security
parents.
of this country...
But if forced to choose between the security of your country and the security of your job, which would you
is
pick?
not...
And while you hesitate, permit me to suggest that they are one and the same, your country and your job.
I'm doing my job, Mr. Breen. That's what you see me doing.
I'm doing my job.
What is it you were doing?
I'm
That's
doing
what I
my
would
job,
like to know.
too. And let me ask you something. Let me ask you a simple question. Why do people go to war? Why do they go to war?
I'll play your silly game.
Okay, why do they go to war?
To ensure their way of life.
Would you go to war to do that?
I have.
And if you went to war again, who would it be against? Huh? Your ability to fight a two-ocean war against who? Who? Sweden and Togo? That time has passed. It's over. The war of the future is nuclear terrorism. It is, and it'll be against a small group of dissidents who, unbeknownst perhaps to their own governments, have blah, 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 blah. And to go to that war, you have to be prepared. You got to be alert. The public has got to be alert, because that is the war of the future. And if you're not gearing up to fight that war, then eventually the axe will fall, and you're going to be out in the street. And you could call this a drill, you could call this job security, you could call it anything you like. But I got one for you. You said go to war to preserve your way of life. Well, Chuck, this is your way of life. And if your spy satellites don't see nothing, if there ain't no war, then you can go home and prematurely take up golf, my friend. Because there ain't no war but ours. Thank you. Thank you.
Drive carefully.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
You ever try to do this? I tried this in July in Tucson, Arizona, and failed miserably. Did you ever try to sleep sober? Ever try to do that? It's completely impossible. I tried. I got a meeting at 6:30 in the morning. I got a flight to LA for a meeting, so I'm trying to be responsible. And I'm just laying there in a hotel. No people or conversation, no distractions, sober, and no television, just your head on a pillow. 1 a.m., 2 a.m., you mother... Because that's when the carnival kicks into high gear. You're almost 40 years old, you fucking loser. How long are you going to do this? How long are you just going to get drunk and amuse shitheads for a living? Well, there must be something that rhymes with orange, lorange, smarange, orange. This fucking music is playing in there and it always sucks. We didn't start the fire. Shut the fuck up!
I used to believe that language gave us a picture of the world. But it can't give us a picture of how it does that. That would be like trying to see yourself seeing something. How language does that is beyond expression. That is the mystery. That was all wrong. Language isn't a picture at all.
What is it then?
It's a tool, an instrument. There isn't just one picture of the world. There are lots of different language games, different forms of life, different ways of doing things with words. They don't all hang together.
What do you mean?
All I mean is the limits of my language are the limits of my world. We keep running up against the walls of our cage. I'm terribly sorry. You have a worthless teacher today. I'm all cleaned out. Please forgive me.
It's quite masterly.
It was frightful.
I don't know. Made me feel like a vegetable.
How could it possibly? It doesn't feel like anything to be a vegetable.
I just can't see it, Professor. It somehow just seems natural to me to say, I know I'm in pain.
Oh, natural. Tell me, why does it seem more natural for people to believe that the sun goes around the earth rather than the other way around?
Well, obviously, because it looks that way.
I see. And how would it look if the earth went around the sun?
Well, I suppose... Yes. I see what you mean.
Do you know where dreams come from?
Not specifically.
Acetylcholine neurons fire high-voltage impulses into the forebrain. These impulses become pictures. The pictures become dreams. But no one knows why we choose these particular pictures.
And we?
I beg your pardon?
I said, and we?
I don't understand.
Where do we come in?
Come in?
Take your time.
Come in. On our hands and knees.
As bad as that?
Your worship wishes to assert his prerogatives?
We've no rights anymore?
Oh, you'd make me laugh if it wasn't prohibited.
We've lost our rights?
We got rid of them.
We're not tied. We're not...
Listen.
I hear nothing.
Nor I.
You gave me a fright.
I thought it was he.
Who?
Gado.
The wind in the reeds.
I could have sworn I heard shouts.
And why would he shout?
At his horse.
Let's go.
Where? Perhaps we'll sleep tonight in his loft. All snug and dry. Our bellies full in the hay. That's worth waiting for. No?
Not all night.
It's still day.
I'm hungry.
Do you want a carrot?
Is that all there is?
I might have some turnips.
Give me a carrot. It's a turnip.
Oh, pardon. I could have sworn it was a carrot. Oh, now, all that's turnips. You must have eaten the last. Wait. I have it. There, dear fellow. Give me the turnip. Make it last. That's the end of them.
I asked you a question.
Huh?
Did you reply?
How's the carrot?
It's a carrot.
So much the better. So much the better. What was it you wanted to know?
I've forgotten. That's what annoys me. Ah, yes, now I remember.
Well?
We're not dying.
I don't hear a word you're saying.
I'm asking you if we're tied.
Tied?
Tired.
How do you mean, tied?
Down.
But to whom? By whom?
To your man.
To Gado. Tied to Gado? What a question. No question about it. For the moment.
His name is Gado?
I think so.
Ah, yes. Funny. The more you eat, the worse it gets.
With me, it's just the opposite.
In other words?
I get used to the muck as I go along.
Is that the opposite?
Question of temperament.
Of character?
Nothing you can do about it.
No use struggling.
One is what is.
No use wriggling.
The essential doesn't change.
Nothing to be done.
Yeah, but I don't mean in terms of politically. I mean like legally. Like, what did they find?
Oh,
and is he actually in trouble? Because I think the goal was to try to knock him out of the 2024 elections, right? By
Big Mac
trying
receipts.
him for crimes. What did he do?
I don't know.
Learn to use a schedule, a calendar like Google Calendar, and use it as if it's your friend, not your tyrant. So the way you use a schedule is you design days that you would like to have. And so some of that has to be responsibilities, and those are things you have to do or your life gets worse. So you have to schedule those in, but you also schedule in, you try to design days that you would like to have if you were taking care of yourself. And if you don't use a schedule, it'll take you like 18 months to 2 years to get expert at it. It's hard, but that will help you immensely because you're basically consciously figuring out how to use your time. So if you use the future authoring program to figure out what it is that you want and why, and then you figure out how to utilize your time properly and then practice it, if you're scatterbrained and you procrastinate, it's going to take you a long time to get disciplined, but you can do it. And if you fail, then do it again. And if you fail, then do it again. And don't torture yourself to death if you fall off the wagon, say.
Why did the picture go to jail?
I don't know.
Because it was framed.
You're American when you go into the bathroom, and you're American when you come out. But do you know what you are while you're in there?
Don't.
European.
Hey. Yeah, I could have used that song. Could have used a little bit more kapoof, kapuff, a little kapoof or something to it. It could have used a little something. I'm not too sure what it would have been, but it could have used it. Whatever was missing, it wasn't missing too much. It was pretty much there. It flowed together. It was like but it needed to have like something to like to smooth it out, like a little bit more reverb, make it deeper, wider. But I liked it. It was a good song. Man, during that whole entire TV blitz break there, the chat was real eye-opening there. We were talking about art in the chat as Quarkus was talking about like its perception of art and when you live it, and then that started making me thinking about how the art that you see makes you who you are. Like I remember watching things, and then I was affected by what I watched. And then, and then time goes by. That piece of work that you watched, or whatever that artwork was, it could have been a picture, a painting, a movie, a song, art. You've seen art. Art changes you. And then you look at art after you've been changed through other forms of art as well. And then you change, so the art you looked that changed you looks different now because it changed you then. And then it keeps happening. It's like a leap, like a frog. It's like a frog jumping from moment to moment. It's depends on when and where and what and how many times, and it's perceptions just constantly change. Even your own perception. People are always caught up in like, oh, my perception is different from your perception. But your perception is different from your perception. It just depends on when your perception is perceived. So there's a relative perceivation of your reality. There you go. That's why fucking Einstein couldn't figure it out, because your perception changing is not quantifiable, perhaps. The thing is, though, there was also the clip from Wag the Dog, and I remember what that was and where I was then. Now, if I watched it now and then I watched it now and before then, that would have been a whole different thing. Anne H. was in that movie. And she recently was in a... she was recently with Ellen DeGeneres. Remember Ellen before she was Ellen, before she was Ellen, before she was Ellen? Before she was... I don't even know what she is anymore. I don't think she... Is she anything anymore? Is Ellen still the Ellen that she was? Like, there's like 4 stages of Ellen. There was stand-up comedian Ellen, who was okay. Then there was Ellen on TV Ellen, who was... That was kind of funny. It was good. Then there was Ellen Talk Show Ellen, which was, okay, I guess she earned it. And then there was Ellen, oh my God. Ew. No. She outgrew her state. I never met her, so I have no idea. But the quote unquote art that Ellen was, because but she was with Anne H. She was with Anne H. Why'd they break up? They broke up or something. But anyway, Anne H. She has a kid too. She's a kid, and she used to. Was she with? Did Ellen impregnate Anne H? Is that why they? So I heard the story when it happened, but I didn't really watch any of the videos until recently. And I've only seen the 20-minute long video of the 5-second long clip of her driving her car really fast down the street, which is fucking horrifying. And then there's the video of her popping up from the she must have been in fucking bad shape. I've seen videos on the internet, and when the human body becomes fucked up, it could do fucked up shit. Then I watched the video. I didn't know that she jumps up from the body bag or the fucking bed that they put her in to get into the ambulance. Her body must have been. Why didn't they strap her down though? Like if she was in a crash that of like the speed of the car going of what I've seen, they should have had her like fucking like her head locked down and her body locked down. She jumped up like it was like a. Was that video real? It was like an overhead helicopter video and it looked like a zombie popping up out of a bed. It was very fucking strange. Anyway, oh, it's midnight in the sewer plus 12 minutes and another time stone. Time stone? It might have been cocaine. Then I was watching a video of like her last video. There was like slurred speech or whatever. And I was watching the video and she was on something. She was like, hey, I like the things with the stuff and blah, 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 hey. Oh, huh? What time is it? It's almost 11. It was 11:11, 1:11. No, it's 1:11. Wait, hold on. I gotta. Diane, can you give me the notes? These are not notes. What is this? Oh yeah, I forget how this tied in. Oh, that's a good point. The something in that cliplets was tied into something about how the future's made and how wars are fought. And oh yeah, I guess it was the same clip. It was all from Wag the Dog. The ways that wars are fought. He was onto something, but not DeVito's character. The writer of Wag the Dog. I don't know who wrote Wag the Dog, but whoever they were, they kind of did they get killed? Because that seems to be true. It seems to be like Wag the Dog is the true story of reality. I think TikTok is now how wars are waged. It's the digital it's the digital version of warfare. Because De Niro's character said something about, oh, today's wars are now like nuclear wars. So if you have a war, it's GG. But that's not true. The wars of today are kind of like really fucking petty. It became, which is kind of good because it's. I'd rather a petty war than blood spilling, I guess. But it's like a war for our souls. It's very strange. And currently, the war on TikTok is there's apparently fairies and fairy hunters. There's fairy hunters and fairy killers, or there's fairy hunter killers and killer fairy hunters, and they're going after each other. You see, once you have an audience, attention spans is basically war. You could probably get more attention if you do something that keeps the amount of eyes on it. You want more eyes on it. If there's a war or people are dying, then there's going to be eyes, but they're going to disappear after a while because you're going to kill them. You're going to blow them up. So you want to have returning eyes, and these returning eyes could have a war of the fairy folk the Fae. And I'm totally on team Fae. I think the fairies are cool. I don't care if they take you and they maybe strip you down and you don't know where you wake up, but at least you have a story to tell, right? So these fairies, these fairy hunters that are like killing them, they're just killjoys. They're just killjoys. And present me might be a killjoy, but future me, well, hopefully not, I guess. Oh, man. My phone line was fucked up that whole time.
Robin's in the kitchen. Batman's in the hall. Joker's in the bathroom. Pissing on the wall. Ha, ha, ha. Oh, shit. Yeah. Ice. Nikki. If there's a problem, I'll solve it. Check out.
We'll be right back. Eric Lynn, More Than Words.
Saying I love you is not the words I want to hear from you. It's not that I want you not to say, but if you only knew how easy it would be to show me how you feel. More than words is all you have to do to make it real. Then you wouldn't have to say that you love me, 'cause I'd already know. What would you do if my heart was torn into? More than words to show you feel that your love for me is real. What would you say if I took those words away? Then you couldn't make things new just by saying I love you. La-di-da-da-dee-da-dee-da-da-da. More than words. La-di-da-da-dee-da.
Fuck that shit!
Now that I've tried to talk to you and make you understand, all you have to do is close your eyes and just reach out your hand and touch me. Hold me close, don't
Fuck that shit!
My heart was torn into more than words to show you feel that your love for me is real. What would you say?
Yes, science!
If I took those words away, then you couldn't make things new just by saying I love you.
You're building a rocket ship here.
Well, that first experience was pretty fucking scary. But this time I'm more prepared. I have a tiny knife on me, and I will use it if it comes down to it. I've been looking around the sewer for more holes in the walls, for places where I might be able to sneak in through to see if there's any inhabitants within the walls in the sewer. I've been looking for whoever took all of my old Playboy magazines, actually, and some stuff too. There's a whole bunch of stuff they took. It wasn't just that. Anyway, it looks like there's a little slot in the wall over here. I could probably just fit under here. Hold on, let me put the mayo on, and oh boy, this is gonna be a tight squeeze. Ow! It's a lot of that. What is that stuff in the walls called? Ow. That purple foam stuff, there's a lot of it. I gotta get, there better be a person down here. I'm not doing this for nothing, right? Stuff's got, that's just some fiberglass. That's pushing up my fucking eyeballs. Ow. Wait. I think I see somebody. I see a foot. Wait, let me, it's wiggling. The toes are wiggling on the foot. Maybe if I crawl up under the floorboards here. Oh, the foam. Oh, there's her face. Wow. Okay, you look like a big, scary woman.
Hi, I'm not that scary. What you mean, little boy?
I'm not a little boy. I'm a big, giant rat man. Cartoon one with a podcast. Can I interview you? You seem to be living under the wall and the floor in near my studio. Have you seen any Playboy magazines? Oh boy, how do you get around down here? This is rough.
Oh, you get used to it. You could interview me. What do you want to talk about? Talk about anything you want to talk about. I haven't seen anybody in about 20 years.
You've been down here for 20 years? How do you eat? What have you been doing?
I've been eating all the insulation down here. It's filled with fiberglass. It's all you need. A daily nutritious diet is fiberglass.
Okay, lady. You're just crazy too. Okay, I gotta get out of here. This is really fucking terrifying. Okay, bye.
Oh, don't go, Nick the Rat. Oh, please.
Oh, God. You never want to be stuck under the floor next to somebody like that. That was just...
Hello, Mr. The Rat.
All right,
my name is Rupert Hognipple from the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. Please bear with me as I confirm all your aliases that we have on file. We have you as Nicholas the Rat, a.k.a. Herman Schlangensack, a.k.a. Horace Kumberg, a.k.a. Michael Duckwort, doing business as Nick the Rat, doing business as Sewer Dwellers, Inc., DBA Steel Dildo International, DBA Drain Hair Voodoo Dolls.com, DBA Fluid Sorters, Inc., and finally, DBA Dutch Curry, etc. Although we're not sure about that last one, so please confirm for our records. In either case, Mr. The Rat, I admire your ability to manage so many business entities, but I'm calling you because during our media review, we've noticed some serious inconsistencies in billings filed by your primary care physician, Dr. Raj. You see, Mr. Thirat, for the past couple
No,
years,
I don't.
Dr. Raj has
No.
billed CMS for multiple consults with you. Of course, it is normal for a doctor to see his patient on multiple occasions, but Dr. Raj claims that he saw you on repeated occasions very late on every Wednesday night
Diane,
over
burn
the
this-
past
burn the
100 weeks
servers.
or so.
Burn
The
the
consistency
servers.
of these claims, along with their alleged times, suggest that they may be highly fraudulent. I would like to stress to you that this is no small matter, considering Dr. Raj has billed CMS for $3,333,333.33 during that time. Mr. Thirat, while it is not customary for us to contact patients, I must point out that we are in possession of evidence that shows Dr. Raj paying claim kickbacks to you, totaling $0.42 per each claim that he filed with us.
Yeah.
As you may realize, this makes you an accomplice to Medicare fraud.
Wait, no.
Criminal guidelines state that each kickback must be punished by a $50,000 fine,
He's no lawyer.
meaning you may be facing a fine totaling
Anything I say
up
is
to
not
$4,200,000.
You can't hold this against me.
However,
My lawyer's
due
not
to
here.
an enforcement change implemented by the Biden administration, your debt may be repaid with a substantial donation of mayonnaise for research purposes.
Diane can on that.
I'm sure you understand.
Perfectly. Don't worry. The mayo shall flow. The mayo shall flow. So people in the fucking walls, man. They're out there. They're living there. It's hard times. Is there a recession? If it's not a recession, do they call it a session? Are we in session if it's not a recession? What's the other thing called when there's inflation? Is there deflation or is there just inflation? Like, what do these words mean? It's very strange how there's like no definition of anything that you vote on. The middle class. What is that? What is the definition of middle class? What is the definition of? What is the layman's term? How do you define these things? And where is the agreed upon definition of these words? Because it seems like words don't fucking matter to anybody. They're like, well, that word exists, but this word, we're going to change it to these other words. And that seems to be what's going on these days. It seems like there's like the war of words going on. It's nicer than the War of the Worlds with like nuclear atomic war. I'd rather word wars than atomic wars because sometimes words are fun. I like words. I'm not going to hate on words. I'm not going to hate on nuclear power either. You know what? Fuck. I came across this word called vabbing recently. Vabbing? Is it vabbing? It's like vapping. Basically, it's the it's a word we shouldn't discuss. Let's play some music. We're going to play Stereo Prison with Megastructure. my good friend Spooky R just jumped into the chat and was talking about AI images, and totally I'm vabbing with what she's saying. It's people are losing their are people losing their jobs over this? That's like saying people are losing their jobs over deep fakes, or they're losing their jobs over arpeggiators in music. It's if one person's losing a job, that means there's a hole, and that means somebody else has a job. So is the job being lost, or is it just being shifted over to somebody else? People are saying, oh, well, these AI image generators could copy anybody's style. But would you rather have an original artist, like, oh, I want an original Picasso, or I want an original image that looks like a Picasso? Both might be really good, but there's still a market for both. But I think it's a really great starting point, Spooky. It's just like the image that Fletcher posted, which I can't believe that they let those words go through. There seems to be also, well, I think you could use it on your own servers, but if I don't know how it works exactly, but I know you could run the code locally as well as use their code. I've only used their code, and their code blocks off certain things, like you can't use photos of people, so you can't like deep fake Arnold Schwarzenegger eating a hamburger. It'll look something like him, but it won't be an exact replication of him. I don't know where they turn the knob on or off, but either way, the details, if you zoom into any of these pictures these AI images make, they don't make sense. But sometimes you don't need to zoom in that close. Art also doesn't need to make sense. There's still somebody putting the words in, getting the image, and then sharing the image. Isn't the sharee always the artiste? Like, if you sign up for like you're on a stupid fucking website like Twitter or Facebook, the person sharing the images that have been made by other people, it doesn't matter who is the person giving you the information. It doesn't matter where the information originated from. It just matters about who's giving it to you. Oh, Fletcher just posted another one. Let's check this one out. I want to see the image made by the internet. Also, all these images come from. No, he's realistic. He's really realistic from far away. He still just looks like not really that real. Who is this supposed to be? Fletcher Port. That's not John Fletcher. Oop, I just fucking doxed you. Also, if you look at his shirt, like those buttons and the way that the collar works, the picture is you understand it when you see it, and your brain tells you what it is. Oh, that's a picture from 1799 of a guy in a bathrobe with an impossible collar and weird dreadlock going through his hair. It's just very weird, but it's a really good starting point for somebody to work off of. Like if somebody sold that, then whoever bought it, whatever, they're good for you. What they need to do is have faster servers to have automated image generation kind of synced with like milk drop. I just came up with this thought for a good product. So instead of milk drop having algorithms for shapes and colors and multiple varying degrees of shaders, etc., in the digital fucking visual world, What if they were able to incorporate something like Dolly or these AI generated amalgamations of Google image searches into a fluid, audio synced fucking with images? That'd be pretty cool. Like make movies, like a movie, like an AI generated movie. Match Shaquille O'Neal in a Picasso painting style to this song, and have like the images move to the music in that art style or something. Yeah. Well, Spooky, if you put your images on the internet, you wanted them to be copied anyway. So if you don't want to be copied, then do not. You could be a really good artist then, and the way to do it is not post on the internet. There you go. Or post super low resolution shit, which they could still upscale. That's the gotcha. It's because when artists post to the internet, they always say don't post high quality shit because then people could just print it, and it's true. You don't want to post like fucking your highest quality stuff just for everybody to see on the internet. But the thing is that with computer rendering, that's actually the big problem is the upscalers. Upscalers are going to be more of a legal threat to artists than AI generated fucking imagery. Because who's going to buy it? It's almost like an NFT. Like, who's going to buy? Oh, somebody made a picture of Jesus doing a slam dunk. Who made it? Joe did. What does Joe do? Joe uses a fucking AI image generator. How much is that worth to you? What words did he use and which filters did he run it through? Joe might be an incredible salesman though, and maybe you want to buy from Joe. Maybe you want to buy Jesus's. Either way, nothing makes sense anyway. Everything's fucking insane and wild, and it's just gonna. But if Joe has any pictures of people that live in my walls, let me know because they're really creepy. That's just AR. That's putting digital items in reality through some app. It's another thing. Whatever. It gets really cool when you could start to cause health related things, but sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. But things that affect human longevity. That's a cool word. Longevity. That's how you say it, right? What is a jevity? Are there any other jevities other than long? Are there like high jevities or wide jevities? Longevity. Oh, it's jevity because it's long. Otherwise, it would be evity. So it would be a widevity. Let's see if there's a widevity. No, there's not. Oh, I should fucking get longevity's your stage name.
The rat, make the rat, this is that sexy tater. I'm wondering why you never called me back.
Hi, Lon.
You just rammed your spud into me and
hey,
came in my eyes, and then you never called me back. You remember that sexy potato, don't you? Oh, sexy. And shaped like a potato. Seriously, it burned when you came in my eyes, Nick. You never called me back.
My eyes, Nick.
I don't care about your eyes. I'm a podcast host, biatch. All right. Well, this was a great episode of Nick the Rat Radio, I think. Probably not, which makes it even better. So I need to take a leak and get out of here. It's almost midnight in another sewer soon. Probably stay up longer. But, you know, I got a calendar. My calendar says I have to get out of here. But it was a great hanging out with everybody. And I hope you guys come back next week. And make sure that you put syrup in your walls because of R.L. Stein. There's definitely going to be some more funky music. Is there anything else, Diane? There is more. There's so much more that we haven't uncovered on Nick the Rat podcast right here. But the thing is, we do have to go soon. Hold on. I keep putting Ash. I keep wanting to talk about, was Aston? How do you say his name? Ashton Cushion? I can't even spell his name, so the computers fix my spelling. That's AI generation right there. If my knowledge is based off of me misspelling words into a computer-generated figuring out my word jumble thing, does that mean that I'm a retard? Maybe. That 70s show. Ashton, a ton of ash, Kutcher, an ass ton of Kutcher. Did you know that Aston Kutcher was fucked up for a year? There was no news of this. I only seen a little tidbit of news. Like, if does anybody in the news in the sewer chat know about Aston Kutcher's year off from reality? He might be married to Mina Lunatic. This is actually a really fucking crazy story. Should I look into it, or should I get the fuck out of here right now? This thing bugged me out. Vasculitis. And the latest art. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to get out of here. Let's listen to some more music here. I'll see you guys next week with Scod Music, Native American Wolf. We'll talk about Aston Kutcher next week. Peace, love, and mayonnaise. Good night, America.
그냥 그래도 그가 이상한 이야기를
You hurt your mother.
You're not my mother. Never were.